Happy Sunday morning to everyone. Everyone that doesn't have a coffee machine like mine. I absolutely hate this coffee machine now. Great way to wake up on a Sunday morning is whenever you've done all you're supposed to do. And actually, wait to see, I'll show you again. So I stood here, I put my finger on this, made sure it was exactly correct, put it in, I put this down, and I put my hand on the lid to make sure it was sealed properly. And then I hear the coffee thing burbling and burbling and burbling. And if you look, you'll see that coffee grinds everywhere, even in the reservoir and everything else. So this coffee machine is not my friend. And, you know, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but come on, coffee machine shouldn't be that, how do you say, picky? Anyway, on a brighter note, today's plan is I think I'm going to go head over to San Marcos. I'm not exactly sure, but that's tentatively the plan. San Marcos is a place on the lake here. I've been there before, not my favorite place in the world, but a friend of mine has never been there, wants to go over there, and I agreed that I would go with him, and maybe we'll go and get lunch somewhere else. I don't know exactly what the plan is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drink this coffee with the grind in it and get my day going, and then maybe I'll stop off and get some nice coffee in some nice coffee shop because there's many of them here around. So join me heading over to San Marcos probably, and happy Sunday. And here we have a truck full of eggs. You don't normally see this in America, but definitely here you do a lot. Okay, I'm here on a boat waiting to go to San Marcos. Waiting. Kind of what I do around here in Guatemala is wait, but that's just normal. Just got off the boat to San Marcos. I'm going to take you on a trip around San Marcos. Again, I've been here a few times. It's kind of referred to as the hippie town around here. It's where everybody goes to that does yoga, that has crystals, they journal. There's lots of massages. There's I think they do ayahuasca and lots of sort of off the beaten path, that kind of thing. But it's better known as the hippie town. There's not much to it, so I don't think it'll take too long to get around, and then we'll get back on the boat and go back to Panajachel. But let's go to San Marcos first, okay? So we get a lot of that, we get a lot of this, and we get a lot of that, and we get a lot of this. Sometimes they even do this. It is kind of pretty, but again, it's not my thing. I'm not saying it's not for everybody, but certainly, a lot of people come here, especially all the gringos, the Americans. But there's also a lot of this.
Yeah, whatever you need.
Maybe for jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good.
No, we just talk about like hypothetical futures. Yeah. Like what would we do? Like let's make an agreement now so that we're not kicking each other out of our car.
This is the street. There's like literally one street, and you walk all the way up to the top of the street, and you walk all the way down to the bottom of the street, and you're pretty much done. You've been to San Marcos. And as always, there's going to be dogs. Okay, so we just went on to San Marcos and we saw everything there was to see in San Marcos on one street. And now I got back on a boat and I'm going to head over to San Juan and see what there is over there. I've been there many times before, but I want to go see what there is again. Just got off the boat here in San Juan, and there's like a million people. Probably the busiest place on the lake. So this is where all the tourists go because there's a beautiful mirador, which I may or may not be going to. But you will see. Lots and lots of people waiting for lots of boats. Okay, so this is San Juan. There's all these umbrellas up above, and the streets are painted. It's actually a really beautiful place. And again, the only thing I don't like about it, as you can tell, there's a million people here. Not my favorite thing in the world. I like to get away from the tourist destinations, but San Marcos had not much on it today, so I decided to come over here and probably grab a coffee and then go back to Panajachel. Just a day out. This is just a typical motorcycle park right at the edge of town. So, within San Juan, and I've been here, I don't know, 20, 30 times, so I decided to jump on a tuk-tuk and go to San Pedro now. Just going to do a little tour of the towns of the lake today, as I don't have any friends, so I'm just gonna spend time just traveling around. Waiting here as usual, going back to Panajachel, been to San Marcos, San Juan, San Pedro, and now I'm returning back to Panajachel for the evening, I think. Maybe I'll go somewhere else, I don't know, but as usual, waiting on a boat. So the problem with getting off those boats is I never know what to do with my hair. It's always a mess. I often get asked why do I like this place so much? And the reason being is days like today, where it's a Sunday, not a lot to do, but there's a trip I just took. I took a couple of boats, a couple of tuk-tuks, and I've been to 3 different towns, 4 if you include Panajachel here. So I've been to 4 different little towns around the lake. Currently it is 3:31 in the afternoon, and there's still a whole lot of day left. So
That's one of the reasons why I like it here. There's always somewhere to go, always something to do, always people to meet. So that's why I like it here. It's just, you get bored, you jump on a boat and go somewhere. People say you can do that in the cities or whatever else. It's not for me. I like to just be able to get off the beaten path, get out of here and go and do my own thing.